Hey, what's up guys? It's Brendan from Best Life Weight Loss. And today's bike vlog, I'm going back to the positivity aspect, the mentality of what you're doing. And I really want to talk about it because it is such a big foundation to a successful weight loss journey is, being able to mentally talk yourself out of overeating, over-consuming, to mentally keep yourself consistent on your workouts, even when things change. Where I work, things are changing up kind of slow. They want to shift my hours around for a month. And in the beginning, it's rough. Change, we're creatures of habit. So change can feel disruptive, can hurt, but it all comes down to how you take that change, how you let that change affect you mentally. And for that first hour, first 2 hours, first 4 hours, first 6 hours of seeing the change, it's going to affect you a certain type of way. But after that first initial realization, shock, looking at it, you have to see yourself, see it mentally and think, okay, where can I go? How can I move forward positively? And I feel like when you establish that concept, when you accept what's going on, when you look at it for what it is, and you say, okay, I'm going to tackle this head on. One thing that I feel like can help with your mental fortitude is not putting things off. Tackling things. If something happens, if a problem arises, you need to deal with it right away. If it's something that you have to do, get it out of the way. Do it. That's why I like exercising in the morning, exercising right when I get off work. These are things it's like, oh, let me get it out of the way. That's the kind of thought process. And what really gave me the idea for this video today was, I think it was last week, I went to Safeway and I had the full intention to buy a donut. I wanted a donut really fucking bad. It wasn't gonna fit into my calories. I shouldn't have it. It's not what I wanted for the diet. But my brain, my heart and soul, everything was telling me, you need a fucking donut. I went to Safeway and I went and I looked at the donuts, and the donut I wanted was there, but it was almost like a mental gymnastics I did to myself, where I looked at the donut and I was like, well, it don't even look that good. It look old. And by doing these things, by telling myself, by trying to make that donut feel less appealing, I was successful. And I was like, oh, I don't need it. And I was able to walk away from that donut. And I know it might not seem like much for some people, especially if you've never struggled with food or weight loss or obesity. Having the thought process of skipping out on that donut for some is going to seem like just a minute thing. But for someone like, I used to be 367 pounds. I was morbidly obese almost my entire life. So the idea of not eating this 380 calorie fucking donut, the idea of saying no and not having it, it was so empowering. And it's just one of those things that I continue, and I've been trying to keep the calorie deficit, and it's working. The numbers on the scale are looking great. I was stuck at 222 for a while, and not gonna lie, found some ice cream at work, fucking bodied it. And I'm still kind of at 222 yesterday, but I think I've been hitting it. I think when I weighed myself today, we had like 221. But those changes in the numbers day to day, doesn't really matter. I like to see those numbers. I like to see the odds. I'm looking for long term. In a month, I just want to be 219, 218 next month. That'd be great. And then the following month, 215. I say you want to lose 4 to 5. If you can lose 4 to 5 pounds a month, that's astronomical. 2 to 3 pounds is, I think, great. People want to lose all this weight so fast and use diuretics and use weight loss pills, and it's just not healthy. It's not sustainable, and it's something I've done a million times in the past. Let me tell you, my experience with fat loss pills, probably from the age of 16 to like 25, I tried them all. Stacker 2, Lipozene. There was one. Fuck, man. There was a couple crazy ass fucking weight loss pills that I tried, and some of them like the Lipo 6 Black. Fuck you! I felt like I was like, Lipo 6 Black was crazy, but what ends up happening is, at some point you have to stop taking them. That's the recommended thing. It's like, oh, you take them for this much. Stop. Once you stop taking them, you're fucking hungry again. You have low energy. You regain the weight. It was something that always happened to me. Weight loss pills were never the answer. So this was the only thing. This just calorie deficit and consistent exercise was the only thing that got me to where I am now, got me slim. And it really came down to my mindset and just allowing myself to talk myself out of certain foods and into proper exercise and nutrition, and putting that forth and taking control of that. You know, it really makes a big difference for your journey. And now, you know, there's Ozempic and Wegovy and all of these GLP-1 weight loss medicines. And I like the idea of people getting slim and fit and having the power, but you really got to do the research. We don't know what these long-term side effects are. And, you know, I just want everyone to be safe and healthy. Am I saying not try those? Hey, they're expensive as fuck. So if you have the money, why not? Personally, for me, I don't think you need it. In July, it's gonna be 3 years since I've been on my weight loss journey. 3 years in July of just consistency, exercising. Didn't always hit my calorie deficit goals, but from 367 pounds to a solid 222, hitting cardio almost every day. The last 2.5 months, I haven't even had a day off of cardio. I've been hitting it every day because there's been times where I'm not hitting my calorie deficit. And it's like, oh, if I need to gain, if I want to just stay where I am, I need to hit it. And, you know, it's the opportunity, having the bike, setting up, making the routine. Those are things that help it easy, help put you forward. Having the weights, having the home gym. These are things that other people aren't going to have that makes my thing easier. I say that if I actually had to go to the gym, my cardio might not be as consistent. The fact that I could just wake up, fucking hit it, go to my home gym, that I just built over time with a couple of bikes, some weights. The fact that I can just get off work and just hit it, get off work and just go home, put on my gym attire and immediately start working. I don't go anywhere else, start working out. It really helps, and that in itself helps with the mental aspect, because I know there's no extra steps. And the mental aspect is so important, but eliminating steps and barriers of entry is very important as well. But that's really what I got. And, you know, I know it's easy to say, like, oh, be positive, try and have a better outlook on the world. Those are all easy things to say, not that easy to apply. But you have to actively try. You know, and it sounds silly, but actively try to be more positive. Remember what I said about calorie deficit and how you need to be tracking your calories and writing things down, visualizing things, having a schedule where you type it up or you write it physically, having that thought process of this is my routine, this is my schedule, seeing that, manifesting that. You can even write down words of affirmation, things and goals. Write down your goals, set things up, but manifest it. And that all comes from your thought process. And you can actively try to be better. I'm not saying, oh, just start exercising and go on a diet and you'll be happy. That's not what I'm fucking saying. But I'm saying if you actively try and do these things, it's going to be easier to be happy. Hope you start your weight loss journey today. Stay positive.